from Fargo and serving you on TV, online, and on the go. This is Valley News Live at 10.
We'll have to wait until Friday to find out the name of the deceased person found this afternoon in South Fargo. Authorities know who it is and are notifying relatives.
The body was found near the Red River at mid-afternoon in the area of Villa Maria at 3102 South University. A police spokesperson indicated that there was no reason that the person's death might be suspicious. An autopsy will determine the exact cause of death.
Maybe it's time to remind your kids about what to do if a stranger approaches. When leaving Family Wellness last night, a Fargo teenager says he was approached by a man and a woman asking to share a religious message. They asked him to get out of his car to exchange information, as well as to meet their group at another location. He stayed in his car and was able to drive away safely. It's unclear if these two people are with any sort of religious group. Family Wellness and Fargo Police were both notified. Police saying this has been happening in other parts of town. The couple was in a dark gray Honda minivan with no license plates.
North Dakota Governor Doug Burgum says he supports Kirsten Baszler's plan to seek help and focus on her health. The North Dakota Superintendent of Public and Schools is facing possible DUI charges. Baszler was arrested around 10 last night on Memorial Highway in Mandan. Authorities say she refused the blood and breath tests, but deputies could smell alcohol on her. Baszler released a statement saying, "I made a serious mistake last night. I let down my team at the North Dakota Department of Public Instruction. I let my family down. I let myself down, and I am deeply sorry for my actions."
4 people were taken to the hospital in Valley City, and they're lucky that they're going to be okay. They were involved in a huge house explosion last night about this time. There's no word yet on what caused the blast. The house, as you can see, was destroyed.
The fear and panic surrounding coronavirus has reached a new level with a number of new developments. The first case of unknown origin was confirmed last night in California. Now health officials are taking precautions to slow the spreading.
Nothing so far has surprised us. Nothing. What happened in Solano County did not surprise anybody.
Governor Gavin Newsom says health experts are prepared to handle the first person-to-person transmission of COVID-19 in Solano County. State health officials say they're identifying the people the patient came in contact with.
That investigation started yesterday. They continue across the full spectrum from the individual's home all the way through the hospital system.
Health officials say the infected woman came to North Bay Vaca Valley Hospital in Vacaville on February 15th with flu-like symptoms. Because she did not travel to a virus hotspot or have close contact with someone who did, hospital officials did not test her for coronavirus. After her health continued to decline, paramedics transferred her to UC Davis Medical Center 4 days later. She tested positive for COVID-19. 2 colleges in nearby Sacramento have sent home 2 students for self-quarantine after they came in contact with the infected woman. It is believed those 2 students were working as healthcare providers and treated the woman at Vaca Valley Hospital.
I'm just here to drop off records, and it's like, oh, do I really want to go in there?
Vacaville residents are worried. They question if the virus is already in the community.
I have a disabled wife that's on dialysis right now, and any type of thing that's going around, she's down there and she's hooked to equipment that could be transmitting this stuff. I'm scared to death with this.
Not only is the spreading of the virus causing fear, it's also creating chaos in the stock market. Stocks fell more than 1,100 points with the recent news. And if you're getting worried about your retirement accounts, a local financial expert says you shouldn't worry just yet. That financial advisor in Fargo suggests riding all of this out, adding the worst thing you can do is sell your investments, especially if you're not close to retiring. Today's losses were the 6th straight session that Wall Street's main indexes have taken a nosedive.
Police in Barnesville are using the coronavirus scare, hoping to take a tongue-in-cheek bite out of crime. They say with many drugs coming from overseas, they may be contaminated. So they posted to their Facebook saying, "That's right, everyone, bring your meth, heroin, coke, looseners, tighteners, and everything in between, and we'll test it for purity." They say the person who brings the heaviest amount will get a free set of bracelets. All you need is to bring the drugs in, a photo ID, and they'll test them right at the police department.
The city of Horace is downplaying plans regarding proposed housing west of town. It's in response to a story that we aired last night. A map shows almost 200 homes drawn up for the area near Memory Lane and Wall Avenue. However, the city says what's being proposed right now is only a 78-home development. Everything else shown on the map, they say, is just a concept. Neighbors say they're worried about the large amount of homes proposed in such small lot sizes, as well as the lack of roads. The proposal was put on hold this week and will be discussed again March 10th at 6 p.m. at Horace City Hall.
Teachers in Dilworth, Glendon, and Felton are getting an early start on their day. Dozens have been protesting all week long, asking for new teacher contracts. They meet in front of the elementary and high school before the bell rings. There's currently an impasse between the school board and the teachers regarding pay. The president of the teachers union says that they feel the district isn't working to unify the groups.
Time is running out for you to help make a child's wish come true. MakeAWish is taking part in a unique program called Wishes in Flight. It allows them to give dream vacations to children diagnosed with critical illnesses.
Now you can help them by donating your unused air miles. So let's go live to Valley News Team's Callie Hubbard, who tells us what today has meant for these kids. Callie?
Yeah, hi, Mike and Andrea. I'm here at Make-A-Wish with President and CEO Billy Zielinski here. And right now we're roasting some marshmallows, some hot dogs. But more importantly, Make-A-Wish Wishes in Flight campaign is up to 450,000 miles. I guess, how many lives are you changing? How are you impacting so many of these kids?
Yeah, so that means nine tickets have been bought. So basically 2 families can go on their Make-A-Wish trip because of your viewers. I mean, I just want to express my gratitude to all those who have given through us to our kids that we serve.
And so many of these wish stories, they're just amazing, I guess. Can you think of a time where maybe you had a wish, some child didn't think that they were able to go, and they finally were able to because of this campaign?
Absolutely. So we utilize those miles to be able to defray the cash cost of our wishes. And so we want to be able to grant every wish that comes to us. About 50 kids each year are diagnosed with a condition that could qualify them for a Make-A-Wish. And we want to make sure that they get that hope, strength, and joy that's necessary.
Okay, and let's say everyone, donated their unused miles to Make-A-Wish. I guess, how else can you get involved with the organization?
Yes, well, we'll take your air miles anytime. Not just today is the miles drive, but anytime you can donate your unused airline miles, and they don't expire for you, and they are able to be used right here in North Dakota for local kids. You can volunteer, you can get involved with different events and help us fundraise. They're just really the sky's the limit, as we'd like to say, that you can get involved and be a part of making wishes come true.
All right. Well, thank you so much for all of your time today, Billy. And it looks like our marshmallows and hot dogs are done here. We're going to wrap it up for you guys, but we're going to be sticking around and calculating the numbers until midnight tonight. But for now, reporting live in South Fargo, Callie Hubbard, Valley News Live.
Thanks, Callie. And today, as you mentioned, is not the only day you can donate. You can call 1-800-362-9474 or visit northdakota.wish.org.
Fargo Mayor Tim Mahoney says the city is preparing for a 39-foot flood fight. He, along with the mayor of West Fargo and the chairman of the Cass County Commission, signed a spring flood emergency declaration late this afternoon to help recover in case of spring flooding. All 3 entities will be working together to battle the upcoming flooding. That includes Sandbag Central, which will be opening Tuesday, March 10th, and will stay open through Friday, March 13th. The goal will be to fill 400,000 sandbags. The National Weather Service's updated flood outlook is showing Fargo having a 50% chance of the Red River hitting 34.8 feet. At that level, the First Avenue North Bridge between Moorhead and Fargo would close. You can find the full flood outlook under the related links section of this story on our Valley News Live app.
Valley News Live 10 at 10 continues with No Wait Weather.
So many numbers to think about in the flood fight as we head towards a warm-up and the spring melt. Valley Flood Alert here has our flood formula that we keep our eyes on. We've been talking since last fall. It's been wet. A lot of that moisture froze into the ground. We do have deep snowpack, but the good news is a lot of it came early in the winter. We've had very little in the last month. That's fantastic news. That's why our numbers have come down a little bit. but we're monitoring for a rapid melt. That would be bad. There's a lot of moisture sitting on top of the ground. Also, any additional moisture will raise our concerns. We're going to keep our eyes on all of this for you right here on Valley News Live, and we'll let you know. But another good piece of information here, over the next 10 days or so, no significant chances of additional snow. We're going to keep a milder forecast, but we freeze at night. Now, this shows next week a chance for some midweek flakes. Very light the way it's looking right now. And then heading out into the following weekend, not this weekend, the following weekend, a slight chance of more light snow. Nothing too heavy, nothing too concerning. And that gets us all the way into that first week of March, the coldest of the year, shifting east, warmer air, making its surge into the valley. And a nice warm-up is right on the horizon. But we're having a few growing pains here in Fargo. We had a few flakes earlier, 15 on the thermometer now. We're cloudy. Still some showers of snow showing up on the radar on this boundary between milder air and Jamestown. 23 there, single digits above and below zero, where it's chilly in Baudette at 3 below. It's 12 above for Babe the Blue Ox in Bemidji. Here is those snow showers moving into Clay County right now. Some more enhanced snow shower activity pushing into the central part of the Dakotas. But for us, a very light snow shower showing up. And it would not be surprising if you are seeing a few flakes of snow in other locations a little farther or distant from the radar that are not being picked up by the radar. Overnight, we're going to see clear skies east. That means bitter cold temperatures there. Sub-zero readings in central portions of Minnesota are going to be likely as we go through the overnight and into the morning. But the clouds we see from the valley and points west will leave temperatures on the mild side to start your day. So cloudy west, clear and cold east. That's your Friday morning in a snapshot. As we go through the day, we'll see some peaks of sunshine. We'll also see temperatures climbing into the teens. But we can do better than that. Take a look at this. This is a warm front. It's going to cause some clouds and a renegade flake or 2 or 10 of snow, but nothing too significant as that warm front pushes through. Look at this. Behind it, 30s, and that's 44 in Minot. We even warm up in the 20s here in central Minnesota after starting below zero. That's a change of almost 30 degrees for you, for Fargo. 6 is how we started out, rising into the teens in the morning. Then by the midday hours and into the early afternoon, 25 degrees. We'll still see some clouds. Late in the day, we're going to see a fantastic setting sun. We're also going to see temperatures kind of stabilize in the 20s. At sunset, by the way, 6:11 tomorrow night. Here's your hometown forecast. Warmest to the west, where we'll see a couple of 30s out there near Jamestown, 20s for almost everyone else. And that has this bunny rabbit hopping for joy. Yeah, the carrots don't hurt either. Planning forecast. Saturday, warmer still, near 40. I think we have a legit shot at 40 degrees Saturday and into Sunday, here in the FM area even. 29 on Monday. Chance of those flurries, as I showed you on Tuesday of next week, but nothing too heavy. And as you can see there, a little daytime melting. Keep us smiling. Freeze it up at night to keep things from going too fast.
Nearly perfect.
Yes.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
The travel industry is warning of more potential hits from the coronavirus outbreak. Marriott says it can't fully estimate the financial impact, which would be significant both to the first quarter and full year. The world's largest hotel operator, which is seeing low occupancy rates in Asia, has waived cancellation fees for guests in mainland China until mid-March. JetBlue is also dropping change and cancellation fees through March 11th.
Up next, how much is too much? A study is pointing out a big problem women have with alcohol.